if I take the time to bring him to where he is comfortable with touch, emotionally, and that emotions, letting go of the physical, then, because this is important, then you can bring in a body worker, because they have learned to relax and enjoy being touched and rubbed, and because somebody who just hangs out with me or works with me, they probably, unless I told them, wouldn't really know that I had a long journey with dealing with trauma touch, because you learn that touch will happen whether you like it or not, and so you learn to tolerate it. It causes an emotional reaction, it causes anxiety, it causes discomfort, sometimes it even causes pain, physical pain, but it's from an emotional place. So it's a funny thing to be willing to look through your own eyes of your own experience with yourself, inside yourself, and also look at your own experience through the eyes of a horse, and realize that, that they may not understand any more than I understand them, or I understood myself, which was practically zero, and help guide them to a place where, where they can feel more at home, more at home with people, more at home with touch, more at home, more in a place that they feel like they could just let down, relax, and nothing's gonna harm them. And nothing has ever harmed him, but the deep recesses of our mind sometimes don't play well with logic. So that's why it's important for me, I'm holding a spot right here, it's important for me to not look at him and say, nothing bad has happened to you, which from the human view is true. He's had a pretty exemplary life, but that doesn't mean that's how he experiences it. And his experience is his reality. Hold that spot for a second. So if you can let it go. And this is not a method. This is, because, methods are great, but individuals are far above methods. Humans are above methods. Horses are above methods. A method is a collection of ideas that have worked in some situations. This is just there we go, there it is. This is just my way. This is just coming out of my insides to look for and see if there's things that I can help them with. Again, it is so easy for him to trip up into alarm. And I would like that trigger to be pretty dull, where he doesn't trip up into alarm so quickly. My he has to be on alert. Some of it is disposition, and disposition gets exacerbated by who knows. And some of it we can help devise, teaching him a pathway out of that alarm place back into, because alarm is life and death, back into thinking, reasoning, learning. There's lots of ways to say that. There's many words, but it's basically that idea. And one of the reasons I have focused here in a lot of horses when I first get to know them is that we hold a lot of tension in our necks. And just under my own hands, I feel that horses hold a lot of tension in their back. Their neck is long and flexible, so I don't, especially horses that have not been put in any kind of extreme positions, which he hasn't. When he's going 100 miles, he gets to choose his neck position. So that's where I want to say, it's like, and I've done this with people, I've come up and I've put my hands, firmly on their shoulders, and, it starts out like rock, because they're so emotionally charged. And then if I can quietly and thoughtfully, there you go, say, hey, I'm not here to hurt you, I'm not here, well, that's a no-brainer. Of course I'm not here to hurt you. I think what I thank you. What I want to say is, oh, hey, I would really, really like to be on this side. I super would. Let's come up here. That was odd. That was not as much fun. It's like I'm here. I'm for you, because we know that horses are very, they can really sense our intent. So I try to put my intent into my hands of, a song just came into my head, and this is love, not that I have first loved you, and this is love, that you have first loved me. And I guess that's a way of saying that I'll step in here and I will love first, even if you think I'm full of beans and want me to go away. Because this is love, this is care. And working on that level, I have experienced that they feel it. They feel it, they understand it on some odd little level. And as soon as they're able, they usually respond. I know. Helping him to receive touch in a positive way. Hi. Hey, bud. That's kind of all. And being around horses for this long, I can see behaviors that I go, he's holding that a little bit longer than most horses would. There we go. And I don't usually want people to think, especially not in this case, because the owner is so conscientious for her horses, that they did anything bad or wrong. It's kind of like parents when they go, you know, which I've been there as a parent, and they say, you know, I am just not sure why my child is struggling in this way. And, you know, if it's physical, you find help somewhere solutions. If it's intellectual, you help find intellectual solutions. And if it's emotional, you have someone help you find emotional solutions. There you go. I know. I'm going to do this for a little bit longer. 5 o'clock doesn't work. And then I've got to get on with the rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out.